thank you very much for clicking for this video. I assume that some of you may wonder why on earth, why would anyone do such a thing as spending $1 for food every day for 7 days? Well, I will explain you why and what are the reasons behind that. First of all, I'm in the middle of my no-buy year. You can watch more about it here, or here. So it will be just useful for me and for my wallet to save up some money in this way. Second reason I do that is to challenge myself, to challenge me, my body, my mentality, and to understand how I will feel. Will my emotions or feelings change? How my body will feel? And just to understand myself better, just to see what I can do, just to prove myself that I can do this is kind of funny. I think it's fun to have challenges like that. Number 3 is focusing on something else. I don't know exactly if this is gonna work out, but when I was at church, we had fasts, and we fasted in order to focus ourselves on something else rather than on our food culture. So a part of the reason is something like that. I want to see if it will be beneficial for me not to focus on what will I eat tomorrow, what will I eat today, how should I cook, what should I take for breakfast. I want to step away from that for a moment and see if I can focus on something else while doing this challenge, like on work, on education, etc. The reason number 4 is that I want to feel how people with these circumstances and conditions feel. I know for me this is just a challenge. For me it's just 7 days, but some people live like that for their whole lives. They have to be in such a saving and scarcity mode for years, and I just want to understand them better, to learn to be more empathetic probably. So let's go grocery shopping.
I just woke up, so I'm not feeling my best, to be honest. And it's so cold, appeared to be today. I guess it's like 13 degrees, usually it's 21, so okay, I'm now going to the supermarket. For the current exchange rate, I changed the $7. Oh my god, these are pigeons everywhere. So you've got 243.6 hryvnias for $7. Well, I will try to be very smart with this money, of course, and I will always pay attention to the price per kilo. If the price per kilo is over 40 hryvnias, I will think about it a little bit longer. If I am going to be able to find the salt by portions, not a big pack, I will do that. I will not buy oil. Oil is quite expensive. Well, I'm going to the supermarket because the prices in the supermarket are lower than in local farmers markets. The manufacturing in the supermarkets is very large, so they are able to lower their prices, and it makes them really hard to compete with just local people who have land here and who try to survive by selling their goods. I am going to go to the supermarket because of that reason and try to find something cheap there.
My idea is not to starve. I will try to live as normal as possible with as little as I will have. I will have almost no exceptions. When I say almost, this is like crossing off everything that I said in the beginning. No exceptions, I mean that I'm not going to spend any more than $7 for the 7 days. What I will do is I will try to pick fruit from our local area.
I haven't seen this. These are plums. Maybe I can take one. Not the most beautiful one, but let's find out if it's tasty. No, it's not.
I chose this period on purpose because it's summer and I know that there are a lot of fruit just on the trees in our local area, and I want to benefit from that. This is a little bit embarrassing because nobody do that. Although we have like a lot of trees that are now having fruit, people do not just pick fruit from the local tree. I don't know why. I don't want to have any unhealthy options here. I don't want to put something unhealthy to myself, so I will try to be as healthy as possible within the budget that I have. As I do not live alone, I will be using this box to differentiate my stuff somehow from my husband's stuff, and what I will be eating will be here in this box.
start with some oats and banana. I'm gonna cook it all and eat.
Usually I don't have anything for breakfast, I just drink coffee with milk. It's quite filling, but as I cannot have it, I need to fill myself somehow in different ways, so I will have oatmeal. Give this video a thumbs up if you ever tried oatmeal. How do you like that call to action?
Probably nobody knows the taste of oats and fruit, so I will give you a hint. I'd say this is even delicious because it has a lot of fruit. I don't really know why I did that.
Today in the morning, as usual, well, it's the second day, so there's no usual yet. Today in the morning, I ate oatmeals with cherries that I picked up. Like, how can you spoil that? It is quite tasty. You know what I lack? What I really want is some drinks, coffee and tea. I really crave those. I know it's been only 2 days, I shouldn't be struggling that much, and I don't, but a cup of coffee or a cup of tea is the first thing that I will have when this challenge is over. I usually drink tea 5 times a day, and of course it's a big deal to refuse that. I was thinking maybe I should buy, you know, these coffee sticks, not to buy the whole bunch of coffee beans. They are not super expensive, but I'm still afraid not to fit into the budget in the end, because there's like 5 days more and I only have half left, or even less than a half. I was thinking that coffee is not something that controls me, but these 2 days in a row in the morning I had terrible headaches, but then they faded away after a pill. Of course they would fade away. I heard somewhere that one of the side effects of the coffee refusal is headaches, because, you know, your body wants another dose of it. But I'm going strong. If I'm not going strong, I will buy these coffee sticks. The lunch was not good. That soup that I made, okay, I hate beans. Let's start there. Yesterday I had macaroni with beans and I hated that. I was thinking, okay, what if I make soup, and I will be creative with that.
I am slightly confused because the carrot and onion do not get fried without oil. Did you know that? So I don't even know when to stop because it doesn't change at all.
But the soup became even more disgusting than those beans.
Okay, let's check it. Tasteless.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
And I don't really know what to do with that soup. I don't know if I'm gonna consume that. This was my breakfast right before I went to the office, and in the office I actually cheated. I drank tea. I'm really sorry, but it was free, so I didn't spend anything. And then I picked up some apricots. You know, you might think that I'm very lucky to have fruit all over the place, but they are not as good as you would buy them. They're not beautiful. They are sometimes rotten. You can find worms there, but I need protein anyway, so I don't mind it.
That's my dinner for day 3. I actually bought some cucumbers because they were quite cheap. This is not for me, this is my husband is just torturing me with his food, but okay. I went shopping and I bought something. I bought some more bananas because I ran out of the previous ones. Then I bought potatoes. They are quite cheap, only 18 hryvnias per kilo. This amount. Cucumbers and 2 apples because they are cheap, like 12 hryvnias per kilo. That's it. I'm filming in the balcony, and when I was starting to film here, you know, settling the camera, just a guy, a neighbor from the other apartment block, thought that I would want to film him. And he was like, "What are you filming there, lady?" Yeah, that's so embarrassing. I didn't want to film him. Didn't you think that I wanted to film him? Please don't think so. I want to talk about the day 4. Food is very important for everybody of us, and I definitely feel that I lack it. I want some nice
tasty food, and what I eat right now is normal, as it has salt, and we are actually very addicted to salt. Did you know? Because without salt it would be just bland and not tasty at all. I wanted coffee so much that I was thinking about buying those sticks, but I decided that I want to see what happens when I don't drink coffee for 7 days. Also, it's money saving. So at this point I'm even curious. Today was a difficult day because I have my wisdom tooth swollen. I'm really hoping this is gonna fade away itself, because dentists are expensive, but we'll see. Anyway, I couldn't chew much. I actually picked up some fruit from the trees when I was walking here and there. Then I had potatoes. Kids are yelling, love kids. Then I finally boiled some potatoes that I bought, and young potatoes is just the best. It's so delicious. It was so good. As to what I have left right now in terms of money is 59.78 hryvnias, $1.7. That's what I have left. I don't even know what I will buy with that. What would you buy like on your last $2? Tell me. Well, this is the 6th day, and I think I will not be hungry for the rest of 2 days. Today I'm planning my last go to the supermarket, and I think I will finish off with just one egg, one apple, maybe one banana, and water. As to that soup, you probably remember it. I actually gave it up to my husband so that he could make something good with it, you know, with spices and all that stuff. It did become a good soup, but without all of that, it was just absolutely not possible to eat it. At least for me, I couldn't bear it. I would rather like be hungry at that point than eat that soup. So at least now we know what makes a good soup. It's all spices. I still also have this pack of varenikis. They're very delicious, and I think there are 2 portions here, so for this evening and for tomorrow's evening. And this was a good idea to buy them because I really craved some taste, and these things gave me that. I'm cooking my last dinner. Sounds dramatic. I want tomorrow to come so bad. I'm really tired. I really want to eat something else, to think about something else rather than fitting into my budget. I've always tried to think like, come on, it's not like the worst. A lot of people live even worse, and you shouldn't complain about that. And it's true that my conditions are not the worst, but I feel really sad because of that. Food culture is very important for me, for a lot of us, so I miss things. You know, not like literal cake. I miss the opportunity to buy one, you know? I mean, the problem is the scarcity, not the lack of some certain foods. These limitations, they make you feel so unfree. As to my body changes, actually, I was feeling really bad these 7 days. I don't know why. Maybe this is just not connected to my food changes. Maybe it's just the coffee refusal, because I know there are some side effects of that. But I was not feeling good, and I have headaches all the days. Especially on the 2nd day was the worst. You know, I didn't even finish some foods that I prepared for myself, like that soup. And you know, my mistake was that I was buying things that I don't like and don't usually eat, like beans or raw onion, because I usually cook it, but now I had it raw and it didn't have oil. I still didn't eat those. But as to like the feeling of hunger through all this time, I didn't feel it too much. And this felt really logical because I was hungry right in the moment when I had to eat. Before that, I was just, it's 6 o'clock, it's time to have dinner, so I will go ahead and take dinner. But I didn't rely on my feeling of hunger. But this time, I relied on it, and it worked, and I think it's a good thing, especially with the fact that I ate mostly healthy food. Avocado toast, just no avocado. So, just, you know, 2 little vegetables for my taste. But for the rest of things, I didn't eat fats, I didn't eat sugar. I think it was a good thing to try. So if you want to try ever this challenge, I recommend you to buy things that you will definitely eat, that you will definitely enjoy, and don't rely on something like bean soup or without any spices. And of course, I did save some money. That's definitely a plus because I'm planning to quit. I really recommend you watching this video, which is the previous video about quitting my job. This was part of the reason I'm doing this challenge. Here is the Patreon page where I publish one vlog or one Q&A video every month, and you can join if you want to support my channel. Because of my patrons, this video is actually possible. Thank you very much for having these days with me, and have a good day. Bye.